I know you've been playing you played in Dave's game. One of the games.
we did
or Drew's game. It
was Dave's game originally. We did the Curse of Strahd campaign.
Yes.
And
you guys get to get through campaigns so fucking fast because you play every week and probably for longer than what I can.
The Curse of Strahd campaign lasted for us for a year.
Yeah, but
and we got through the actual Curse of Strahd campaign and just continued to Dave was just making shit up as
my group can only get together every other week, or any of my groups. I have multiple. Can only get together every other week, and then it's only for 3 or 4 hours because at any particular time we're phoning somebody in.
Oh.
Or we're not starting till 7 on a weeknight, and everybody has to wake up at 5:36. So it was over a year for us to get to book 3 of book 6 for a campaign module that we eventually dropped because it was not the best written unless you have a very particular party. And so we all ended up with lycanthropy, and before we died, we're like, let's just stop right here.
Yeah, the end of our Curse of Strahd campaign, I ended up I was turned into a werewolf as a way of preventing my character from dying. So
we were playing a Carrion Crown for Pathfinder, and the 3rd book deals with werewolves, and my character's already skinwalker, witch wolf. And because I didn't have the right knowledge, I knew nothing about my own kind. So the joke was my character was just in denial when we ran into the werewolf with wolfsbane shoved in his mouth and stabbed to a tree with iron daggers. Nope. But because the DM wouldn't even throw that, oh, you're a witch wolf, you would know what this shit is. In any game I would play, I'd be yeah, no, you understand what this shit is. You don't need to make a roll. You know what the fuck's going on here. But he's a very violent wolf. Yeah. Very violent wolf. And I'm actually surprised. I'm running a game now that I'm surprised he agreed to play in, because when I mentioned how I DM, he was like, oh, no, I couldn't do that. Because half the time I'm I don't know, roll percentile, see if you do the thing instead of following any base rolls if you add this and this and this. And I'm I don't know, you want to do the thing, roll percentile. You have a 10% chance of actually pulling it off. But in our 7th C game, that was modified to Pathfinder, which makes Kayla cringe. It's the world of Thea, but with Pathfinder rules, and I don't know why, because I was reading the actual book and I was oh, this sounds really cool. I want these stats. I want to do this stuff, but it's still a really fun game because it's all taking place in Freeburg and Alicen, and right now Alicen is under siege, and so our next campaign we're all going to be doing large combat, so we won't be playing our characters. We'll be playing individual armies that are defending the city. And hopefully we save the city, because if anything changes too much, my character is going to bounce. And I'll be oh, well, that's sad, because Sven likes living in a place with no rules, because he's in the Invisible College, and he likes being able to do his he's doing stuff with blood. It's not quite, blood research for trying to do blood magic stuff, but he's trying to figure out DNA. He doesn't know that's what he's going for, but he's on that for the next step between what he's searching for, because he is trying to understand gender because he's trans, because, oh no, I play a lot of trans characters. Who would have guessed?
I have a recurring theme with some of my characters where I am constantly trying to collect dismemberment tools, and I have.
It is Sven.
I'm
He's also
like,
a doctor.
yeah, mine is clearly because of the whole like working in ORs where it's like we're constantly like, oh, look at these random little weird snipper things, like so it's like yeah,
Right.
it's there was one character where I started to create this character and then I realized that it was kind of just a giant ass joke about me and my best friend but combined. So it's like, yeah. So she was all about collecting dismemberment tools and very into like the universe has its way, like everything is for a reason. She was a werewolf, but it had been. This was kind of stolen from magicians. It was contracted as like kind of an STD. So, like,
Mommy.
but it was
Blood
the universe's plan. So
You're like, do I have to edit that part out? You're like, no, it's not. It's not. Did he get in depth enough? we kept it PG-17.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't say fuck. The look of disappointment. It's not the worst thing I have said on camera.
I've witnessed some of them, so yeah.
Shh.
I've hovered in the background of some of them.
Oh.
Yeah. D&D and like role-playing games are kind of interesting for that because you a lot of times try to create like some different kind of character, but then
Somebody who's different than your... And I just end up playing the same person but different classes. I try, though. I really do. Giving them different personalities and different moralities, which is really fun with the... we call it the swashbuckling game, even though there's no swashbuckling. None of us are swashbucklers, and we're in a landlocked city in the middle of, like, fantasy Germany. Kayla is so pissed. So we're in Freiburg. And we only call it that because they were playing in the setting before, but it was an actual swashbuckling game. I've started calling it just Freiburg, because that's the entire game takes place within the city, and all of our campaign arcs have been within the city. It's really fun playing without alignment, because then I don't have to worry, would this be, will I have to justify this course of action if my character goes, fuck this, I'm out. Like, oh, the city is under siege. If it weren't for the fact that he really liked the people he lives with now, he would have been like, well, guess I gotta start my research over from scratch. I'm gonna go over here. I'll send a letter in a couple of weeks to see how things are going. See if it's settled enough. And see if I can get any of my contacts to go in and find my stuff. But
I feel like that's part of the reason I end up playing chaotic neutral characters a lot.
I play neutral good a lot just because it's really hard to be mean. I have a really hard time being mean. But
I just like to be off on my own, like doing whatever random thing pops into my head.
But even if I look at it, like, it doesn't... I have an NPC who I'm playing in the game I'm running, who is literally made to be the bridge between the characters and the campaign's NPCs that they have given us. Because one of the players is playing evil character, and I'm pretty sure he's just a neutral character, but they're very antisocial. So I need a way to bridge to be able to get them involved in some of these story things, because I can't just always rely on pushing on one character who is actually friendly to everybody. But so somebody to be able to be like, okay, lawful evil person, I know you don't want to help this person, but they'd be a useful tool if they're healthy.
That's fair. That's a fair way to, like,
Versus,
hook them.
yeah, like, okay, so you don't want to help them because it would be, you don't give a fuck. But, they could help more if they weren't in this shape.
I think that's kind of one of the things that I end up doing a lot with
Right.
my characters, where I'm like, but they could be useful.
Right? Like you don't want to take the person this NPC is an alcoholic, but you're on a deserted island, so she's going through withdrawals. So she has both she's nauseated condition and something else. So she's pretty much useless in anything because of all the penalties she gets. But what they don't know, thankfully I don't watch this, what they don't know is the next session, which is tomorrow anyways, they're going to be attacked. And, it would be a lot more useful if this character to help defend them wasn't getting a -8 to their rolls at level 2.
Yeah.
No.
That would make things tricky. Like, okay, just always fail.
Yeah,
Just about
you're
everything. Fail.
You're just going to fail because you're